Hi there. I'm Tracy Galloway. I am a Massachusetts divorce attorney and an online divorce coach. And I'm thinking today about how many clients I've had over the years who are afraid of starting a divorce process because they have had something happen in their lives where they've either made a mistake or they've had an ongoing problem or a health issue. And their spouse has let them know that if they pursue a divorce, then they're going to use that information. The spouse is going to use that information against them, either to take away money or to take away children. And that keeps people trapped for a long time in a relationship and in a marriage that is not working and that is in fact crippling or hobbling the individual's growth. I see this happen with women and with men. More with women feeling threatened by the men in their lives, but I have had it work the other way too. And what I tell my clients is that if they've had a problem or they made a mistake, that it's far less important what they did then than what they're doing about it now to make sure that it doesn't happen again. So for example, I've had multiple clients who have had mental health problems that resulted in their spending time inpatient in a hospital in that kind of a setting, sometimes more than once. And they're terrified that that will be used against them in a divorce, both financially, but usually with regard to custody or parenting time with children. And what I tell my clients, I have the show everything method. I don't actually call it that, but for the purposes of being on the internet, I'm going to just call it the show everything method. In other words, there's nothing to be afraid of in terms of showing that you had an experience in your life that makes you all too human and all too real and all too normal. What matters is that whatever that issue was, if you had a mental health issue, that you are properly taking the steps to take care of yourself in the present time. You acknowledge what it is that happened then and what you've done to take care of yourself and to make sure that it never gets that bad again. That's far more important than what it was, what the mistake was, what the problem was, what the flawed or fallible or vulnerable time in your life was. I've also had clients who misbehave. They have engaged in criminal activity or they've had substance abuse problems. And the same thing is true for them. If that was then, what does now look like? What are you doing now to make sure that you're not repeating mistakes, that you're not overlooking, hiding, or underestimating vulnerabilities that you may have in your life? Judges care far more about what you're doing in the present than what you did in the past. So don't live in fear. Don't allow anybody else to inflame a situation or press on a soft spot or make you feel bad about something that happened in the past. Get busy taking care of the present, making sure that whatever it is that they want to say is going to fall on deaf ears because you are taking the steps necessary to take care of your own health, your own well-being, your own conduct, your own finances. Becoming a mature, developed, evolved human is what we're all in the business of, and that is even more true when you're in the middle of a divorce process. It becomes super important to take responsibility for what has happened in the past and where you are in the present. I hope this is helpful. I hope this makes you feel a little less afraid. And if you have a question or a comment, leave a message below.